But the reason they buy them is because, well, there's several reasons, but the biggest reason is they don't have to pay to manage the land. Management costs are extraordinarily high, and so now they're not having to pay to manage it because that management is being done by the property owner. Secondly, the property stays on the tax rolls. It's not taking property off the tax rolls, it's staying on the tax rolls. And thirdly, it still stimulates the economy. That property is used for running cattle or farming or ecotourism, or it's being used for some other purpose, and it is still providing some stimulus to the economy. The other reason is it makes their dollars go further. If they got $100 million and they could buy conservation easements with it, they're probably getting double the amount of acreage protected, but not necessarily owned. And if they own it, then they got those sunk costs of taxes and the lost economic activity into the economy and having to pay for the land. So they accomplish a number of their goals without having to have those ongoing operating expenses associated with the property. If you're a seller of an easement, typically the guys I work with, because I do a lot of this sort of work and represent people doing them, typically they are the ones who are interested in seeing the land protected. They want to see it protected. They don't want it to be developed. They want to keep it for the family. It's maybe a legacy property for them, and they want to continue the heritage of the family. I've dealt with one of my clients one time who very famously told me, he said, Dean, I know that when I'm not here anymore, my kids are going to fuss about various things and won't agree on everything. He said, but I'm going to tell you one thing they're not going to fuss about, and that's whether this property is ever developed, because I'm going to take that option from them. I want to do easements, conservation easements on everything I own, because I don't want my kids to fuss and fight, and I don't want to see it developed. So they are great candidates for it, right? Because they want to see the property preserved for their family, to protect a heritage, and they get compensated for it. And so it's a great way of providing a reward really to somebody, because we really only have this property to even argue about trying to protect, because those landowners never developed their land to begin with. And so now we can enter into this debate and reward them for some appreciation in the value of their property in paying them now, but they give up the future appreciated value of that property that could be caused by development. So it's a great win-win, really. And a lot of those owners, the state says, well, we just buy it in fee title. We'll just buy the property. Except that a lot of those landowners don't want to sell the property. They only are interested in doing an easement. They want to continue owning that property because it's just who they are. And this is a great way of protecting the property and rewarding those owners for not having developed it. Or said another way, it's where private property rights meet conservation.